Hello again and welcome back to our YouTube series on Textile Toolbox and useful design tools that you can use, download and use for free from our textiletoolbox.com website. These are things we hope will be really useful to you during this lockdown time and beyond. And today's film is the Lifecycle Map. So this is super essential in terms of understanding a product and all the design decisions that are made along the way and how you can change them and how you can affect them, leading to its end of life scenario and its reprocessing or its remanufacturing or regeneration, recycling. So how can you make all these decisions around this life cycle, leading to making appropriate decisions that feed back into that future story for the product. And it's a simple tool, and luckily I had a blank one here at home which really helps me with this film today, and you can see that it's a circle with 4 quadrant parts to it. So you can download this off the Textile Toolbox website simply as an A4, print it out on a domestic printer and then just work quite small. But if we start with materials and then process and then use phase and then recovery, what you do is you work through a product, thinking about its characteristics and the key design decisions, the key decisions more broadly that get made around that one product. So let's take my reading glasses here. Let's do these by example. So you've got a space in the middle of your worksheet and you can put your product there, and that just acts as a prompt. Then you can do a little drawing, take a Polaroid picture, place the actual object in the middle. What's it made from? Its materials. Where have those materials come from? How have they been treated? What's been done to them? You've got to try to ask as many questions as you can around the materials, bearing in mind that you're going to then at a later date go back and re-examine them and ask, are these the best materials? Could I replace them? Can I do better? Process, which we also call manufacture or production phase. How have these glasses been made? Who made them? What machinery was used? What specifications were created around the product? What's the overall production process behind this particular object? And then into the use quadrant. How are they likely to be used? First of all, how are they sold to me? How did I get hold of them? What do I do when I own them? How do I look after them? Can they be repaired? Will I hand them on? Will they have another life? So all the questions then around use, as far as we know, and we can imagine, we can come up with a range of different scenarios based on different kinds of people. And then into the recovery quadrant. How do they leave me and go to a recycling facility? What is that route, and how are we able to design that in an improved way? And then what is the process of recovery? Is it that there's an interim phase where the glasses would get reused? Do they get shipped still to Africa and used there? I don't know actually what's happening with glasses these days, but I do know with textiles very much how more complex that map is now, and how many more barriers there are and restrictions and legislations around those routes. So what is the recovery route that we are envisaging for this product, and what is the best way to recover the product? And then if possible, there's a sort of gap then into the next quadrant. Can the recovery then feed into a new material stream? And you can kind of keep this life cycle map moving. So have a go with this. Take a product and go through as much as you know, and it's a very good way of finding out all the things that you don't know about a product as well. It's a good sort of grounds really for understanding the circularity of a product and its potential circularity, and the kind of decisions and the kind of information you're going to need to access, as well as the kind of partnerships that will need to be built in order to make a product flow well around this life cycle. So that's called Lifecycle Map on the Textile Toolbox website. Download it, have a play with it, and see what insights you can glean around a product that you are currently designing. Okay, thank you very much, and see you again here soon.